What's up, YouTube? It's April 8th. It's 6:30 p.m. Very late in the day. I am very excited because today I finally got out of my funk. If you watched my last vlog, I had a terrible workout. I just had really hard motivation to, go to the gym this week. I mean, I still did go like 4 times this week, but they just weren't, like my best workouts. And I'm so happy because today I went to the gym. I got a really good workout in, and I'm just really excited. It's about 2 weeks until I leave for Worlds, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm going to be doing and what my plan is. So as you can tell, I am very sweaty. I just got back from the gym and tanning, and so I'm about 2 weeks out. Now, I stopped weight training today. My split is usually if I don't have practice or I only practice once, I'll do 2 leg days. I'll do a leg day that's quad focused and a leg day that's glute and hamstring focused. And then I'll do an arm day, which if I have enough time that week, I'll do like arms that's like, shoulders and back, or I'll do shoulders and biceps, or I'll just work all upper body depending how busy that week is. And then one gym day is usually cardio and abs. But now that I am exactly 2 weeks out from leaving for Worlds, it's time to start leaning out and taking the leaning out part more seriously. So now my gym schedule, I'm not doing any more weight training. I know some people still think that some people still, weight train up until, and they just do lighter weight. But for me, what works for me is just no more weight training. I just do cardio in place of all of my gym, and that's the best way for me to lean out. There are a lot of different kinds of cardio that you can do, and there's so much thoughts of what kind of cardio you could do. For me personally, I do a mix of HIIT cardio and steady state. And personally for me, for cheerleading, not for anything else, for cheerleading, I know a lot of people say, HIIT's the best for cheerleaders. High intensity interval training. And that's where you do 40 seconds, moderate, just like walking really fast or a light jog. And then 20 minutes is like your absolute hardest run. You should not be able to do any more than 20 seconds. You should be dying and almost tripping on the treadmill kind of thing. It should not be easy. And then you will just cycle that for maybe 20 minutes. And that is the best for keeping muscle. But I know a lot of people say that because cheerleading routines are kind of like bursts of energy, but for me personally, I train so I can withstand a practice if I have to do, one time we did 4 full outs, but just repetition. And for me, that's doing a little bit lower intensity, but longer. So what I'll do is I'll do a light jog / it's more like a run, but I'm not dying, for one cheerleading routine, which is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then with no breaks, I go up to my sprint, and I do that for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's not sprint as if I was doing HIIT. It's just really, it's hard. It's I'm really heavy breathing, and I'll do that for a cheerleading routine, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then I'll just have my music on repeat, and then the next routine, I'll go back down and just do a light little run. And that for me has helped. I did that back in 2013 when I was on 2 teams and I based and tumbled, but that helped me because I could do multiple full outs, or I could be fine all practice without feeling super winded. And personally, I think HIIT cardio is best if you're just doing one routine, because think about it, if you're just doing 20 minutes of HIIT, do you ever just do one routine? No. I personally think that with cardio, I want to do a little bit of steady state in there so I can just keep my endurance up and my muscles, so I can, just last the practice and not feel super dead. Now, I do a little bit of that, which is I don't know what you would call that. It's a little bit of HIIT. And then I do steady state, but it's more like a leg steady state. It's not an elliptical. I don't know what it's called. It's an incline machine. And I turn the resistance all the way up, and then I put the incline. I don't put it all the way up like that. I have it moderate where I'm going. And that helps me because I'm a flyer, and flyers, I feel, have a lot of leg work. Like when we co-ed, we do a lot of jumping, dipping, kind of like squatting, and having leg strength and muscle endurance is very helpful. And so what I do is like, like the HIIT cardio that I mentioned that I do, that helps me, get through the routine, not be super winded, and just helps me burn a little bit extra fat and lean out. But then this helps me, my legs, so they won't be shot after, like the first like routine, or the first like stunt. So the incline that I turn the resistance up, that helps me. It does a little bit of endurance, but it also does endurance of your leg muscles. And that for flyers, I feel like is really important. I guess maybe like tumbling or basing, that could help. But that's personally what I do, is I do the incline, and I won't do that for as long as I do the HIIT, but I'll just do that, and that'll help my legs, like have enough endurance and not feel like they're shot at the end of practice. And that really helps me because I feel like it tones up your legs a little bit. Not tones them, but like it works the leg muscles. And so that's what I do personally for my cardio. That may not be what everyone else does, but that's just personally what I do, and it's what's worked for me. And those are two different kind of cardio, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, but that's what I do. And I'm probably gonna start, I do taper my cardio. So, tapering is when you start higher, and then as you get closer to Worlds, it gets, shorter and shorter cardio. And so you should be seeing results as you go down. So you're not doing like, like an hour of cardio the day before you leave for Worlds, because that's crazy because we have practice. But that's what I'm doing. I just got a couple more groceries because I ran out of some things, and I am gonna show you guys what I got. Okay, so I picked up a couple things. I got some more Brussels sprouts because the last Brussels sprouts I got, they were really good, but they only had one bag. But now I got 2 bags, and they were on sale, which is great. And then avocados were on sale. These still need to be a tiny bit more ripe, so hopefully they'll be good during the week. Got another Quest bar because I was craving it. More Greek yogurts because this week was honestly like absolutely crazy for me, and I didn't find time, that I could just cook and have a healthy meal. I didn't even get to make a lot of my salads that I usually make because I was just so busy, and then literally all I was eating was yogurt because these fill me up. Well, they don't fill me up, they're not like a meal, but they like keep me fuller than like I would with a bag of chips or something. So I got banana cream again. I got a strawberry. I usually don't like the ones with chunks in them, chunks of strawberries, because they're usually like not, like super good strawberries, but we'll see. Boston cream pie is so good if you're craving something sweet. And then I got pastaroni, but honestly, this isn't that healthy at all. It has a lot of carbs, but I mean, like, obviously it's gonna have a lot of carbs because it's pasta. But with that, I plan to, I'm not gonna eat the whole box, obviously. I'm gonna make it for my boyfriend and I'm gonna cook it up. And then I also got some more chicken breast, so I'm probably gonna cut the chicken breast up, cook that with non-stick bread, like nothing else. And then I'll probably mix it in with pastaroni, and then I might steam some broccoli and, throw that in too. And then the last thing I got is, this is a major key if you like cheese on anything. Like this can go on chicken, it can go on eggs, it can even go on toast. But there's so many different flavors. I usually get the herb and garlic one, I think. But I'm trying the creamy Asiago. And these, it's only 1.5 fat, 1 carb, and 3 protein for the whole thing. And yes, I don't track macros, but that is really good, like, not spread, but that's really good, for cheese, wise. But that's what I got. I also want to, I usually tan a month before an event. But honestly, I completely forgot that I have to tan for Worlds and not look pale. But I started tanning today, and I was really excited because they had a student special, and I got like free eyewear, a free bottle of lotion, and a month of tanning. It was only $40, which is really good. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I just wanted to explain my cardio because I know some people are kind of like unsure. Okay, for dinner, I'm making the pastaroni that I showed you previously in my groceries. And then I grilled up some chicken breasts. I literally just sprayed the pan with coconut oil, and I put a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic powder on. And you have to just leave it so it gets like that nice little like black crust. And most times that's just like the seasonings. But that chicken actually smells really good, so I'm really excited. And then right now, I'm just steaming some broccoli, and then this Oh, that looks ready. Okay, so this is part of the pastaroni. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, now that I have the pastaroni cooking, that literally only takes 4 minutes. I'm going to let that, when it's done, I'm going to let it sit, thicken up. I'm going to mix the chicken that I showed you into it, and then I'm going to put some broccoli around it. I'll show you what it looks like after, but this is a very cheap way that, you know, like if you're in college or you don't have a lot of money, the box of pastaroni was $1, and sometimes it goes on sale for like 88 cents. The broccoli, you could definitely use frozen broccoli. I just had some leftover fresh broccoli, so that's why I'm using that. And then the chicken is probably the most expensive part, but you can definitely do without it if you don't want, you know, like the extra protein. But just mix it all together. You're spicing up a very basic, you know, just store-bought thing and making it a little bit healthier and just a little bit more fancy. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so this is the final product. What I did to make sure is when the pasta was done, I mixed in the chicken, so the chicken was lightly coated because there's usually extra sauce, and then I poured that on the plate, and then of course there's a little bit of sauce left over in the pan, so I put the broccoli in to make sure I got all the flavors out. And so yeah, that is my meal that I made with pastaroni. It's a way to put a spin on one of those cheap box foods that they taste good, but you can add a little bit more health to them. So I'll let you guys know. Or my boyfriend already tried it. What do you think of it? How's it taste?
Delicious.
Didi, does it taste good? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's good.
He just doesn't want to say it's bad, but
it's good. No, it's good.
We'll see. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's really good. Broccoli adds a nice little crunch to it, and the chicken's good in mostly anything. But hope you guys enjoyed that recipe, and I'll see you in the next clip. Bye.